Good morning. I hope you're doing well today.
Good morning. I'm doing great, thanks. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I was thinking it might be fun to share some funny or memorable personal stories. Do you have any that come to mind?
Oh, absolutely. I remember this one time when I was a kid. And I accidentally put salt in my mom's coffee instead of sugar. She took a sip, and the look on her face was priceless.
That's hilarious. I can imagine her reaction. It's those little moments that make life so interesting. I have a funny story too. When I was in college, I once wore mismatched shoes to class without realizing it until someone pointed it out.
That's classic. Did anyone say anything? Or did you just roll with it?
Well, once it was pointed out, the whole class burst into laughter. I decided to embrace it and made a joke about my new fashion statement. It lightened the mood, and we all had a good laugh.
That's a great way to handle it. It's funny how those moments stick with us, speaking of which. Have you had any life-changing experiences that have shaped who you are today?
Yes, indeed. One of the most significant moments was when I traveled to a different country during my gap year. It opened my eyes to different cultures and perspectives, and I learned to appreciate the diversity that exists in the world.
That sounds incredible. Traveling can really broaden your horizons. Did you have any specific challenges or lessons that stood out during your travels?
Absolutely. I faced language barriers and had to navigate unfamiliar situations, which taught me the importance of adaptability and resilience. It's amazing how much you can learn when you step out of your comfort zone.
I can imagine it's inspiring to hear about those experiences. On a different note, do you have any childhood memories that have stayed with you?
One of my fondest memories is building a makeshift fort in my backyard with my siblings. We spent entire afternoons playing make-believe and creating our own little world. It's a simple memory, but it reminds me of the joy of imagination and creativity.
That sounds like so much fun. Childhood memories really do shape who we are. I remember spending summers at my grandparents' house and playing board games with them. Those moments were so special.
Grandparents have a way of making everything magical, don't they? It's wonderful that you have those cherished memories.
Are there any specific lessons you've learned in life that you'd like to pass on to your students?
Absolutely. One lesson I've learned is the importance of kindness and empathy in every interaction. Whether big or small, showing kindness can make a significant impact on others. It's a lesson that I try to incorporate into my teaching and hope my students carry with them.
I appreciate that. Your experiences and lessons are truly valuable. Speaking of lessons, have you ever had a mentor or someone who played a significant role in shaping your life?
Yes, indeed. I had a mentor in my early teaching years who provided guidance and support. They taught me the importance of patience and the impact a teacher can have on a student's life. Beyond the classroom, it made me realize the responsibility we carry as educators.
It's incredible how mentors can make such a difference. I'm lucky to have a mentor too who's helped me navigate through tough decisions and challenges. Moving on to a different topic. Do you have any favorite books or movies that have left a lasting impression on you?
Oh, absolutely. There's a book called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho that has had a profound impact on my perspective on life and pursuing one's dreams. As for movies, Dead Poets Society is a classic that resonates with the power of education and individuality.
Those are great choices. The Alchemist is a beautiful story with so many life lessons. And Dead Poets Society is incredibly inspiring on a lighter note. Do you have any hobbies or interests outside of teaching that you're passionate about?
Well, I'm an avid photographer. I love capturing moments and telling stories through pictures. It's a hobby that allows me to unwind and appreciate the beauty in everyday life.
That sounds like a wonderful way to express creativity. I enjoy photography too, though I'm still learning the ropes. Do you have any favorite photographs or a particular subject you like to capture?
I'm glad to hear you're into photography. I often find myself drawn to capturing candid moments. Whether it's the expressions on students' faces during a lesson or the play of light and shadow in nature, each photo tells a unique story.
That's fascinating. It's incredible how photography can freeze a moment in time, switching gears a bit. Do you have any advice for someone like me who's navigating through the challenges of school and trying to discover their passions?
Absolutely. One piece of advice I would offer is to embrace curiosity. Don't be afraid to explore different subjects and activities to discover what truly interests and excites you. It's through exploration that you'll find your passions and shape your own path.
That's sound advice, Mr. Johnson. I'll definitely keep that in mind. It's been great talking with you about these various aspects of life before we wrap up. Is there a specific question you'd like to ask me or anything else you'd like to share?
I'm glad you've enjoyed our conversation. I'm curious, do you have a particular subject or activity that you find most engaging in school? Something that sparks your interest?
Well, I've always been drawn to literature and creative writing. I love how words can create entire worlds and evoke emotions. It's a subject that allows me to express myself in unique ways.
That's wonderful to hear. Literature is a powerful medium, and creative writing is a fantastic outlet for self-expression. Keep nurturing that passion, and who knows what amazing stories you might create. If there's ever anything you'd like to share or discuss in the future, feel free to reach out.
Thank you. I appreciate your encouragement and guidance. This conversation has been truly enlightening.
You're very welcome. It's been a pleasure talking with you. Remember, the journey of self-discovery is ongoing, so embrace every moment and keep exploring. If there's ever anything you want to discuss or if you have more stories to share, I'm here.